I'm a race fan before anything else. When I was 7 years old, my uncles took me to Southside Speedway just outside of Richmond, Virginia. That night, Bobby Allison became my hero. The first real milestone in my career came in 1988 when I got to design the Cup car for Bobby Allison and Miller Brewing Company. And the first time he drove it, he went out and won the Daytona 500. Another milestone in my career was in 1992. I was contacted to submit a new paint scheme for a young hotshot driver that became a NASCAR legend, Jeff Gordon. This was the beginning of a long and outstanding relationship with Jeff, Hendrick Motorsports, and Exalted Coating System. Once again, this relationship has brought me here for a very special project for Exalted. I was recently commissioned to complete an original painting to reveal the paint scheme to be run by Exalta's newest hotshot driver, William Byron, in Darlington on September 2nd. So from one race fan to another, I present to you Hot Southern Night.
All right. Ready? Ready? All right. Pose for a few quick photos.
Right here, guys. Welcome.
One more right here, please.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One more. Sam?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I have you in there, Sam. All right, 1, 2. Thank you.
All right, great. Sam will take it. We'll do Jeff and William.
Right up here, guys.
Jeff, do you want to have a seat? William,
Okay.
stay up there. All right, great. And Sam, we'll go ahead and let the guys go ahead and set up the table. William, Sam will get you a little one by yourself. Get Sam by himself.
All right, as the guys begin to take their seats, we'll start with you, Jeff. What does this special tribute paint scheme mean to you?
You know, obviously, a lot of memories for me with Sam, and going back to the first time that I drove that rainbow paint scheme in October, or maybe it's November '92 in Atlanta, and then of course my rookie season '93. So, you know, it certainly changed my life forever as a race car driver, and coming to Hendrick Motorsports and having a paint scheme that now looking back on it was so iconic. You know, I now get to meet a lot of fans or sort of get into these conversations with longtime fans where they say, I became a fan because of this paint scheme. You know, I came to the racetrack, my parents brought me to the track, and I saw the brightest car out there, and I said, I want to pick, you know, I want to pull for that driver. Who's that? And so, obviously, also, as Sam mentioned in the video, there's a certain magic that Sam Bass brings to your race car when he designs it. We heard that with Bobby Allison, and I would certainly say that was the case for me too, because not just the rainbow paint scheme, but other paint schemes that he did. We had some great success on the track. So William ought to feel pretty good about that, knowing what that's going to do for him at Darlington.
Well, let's go to William. Obviously, it's a throwback paint scheme, and obviously meant a lot to Jeff. What does it mean to you?
It obviously means a lot. It's really special to have that paint scheme, and really, like Jeff was saying, the Sam Bass's touch on the car has been incredible. Just to see the flames this year and be able to drive that car is always special, and this is going to be even more special. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully we can bring it good success at Darlington. It obviously looks amazing, and great job to him. And obviously, as growing up as a kid, watching Jeff in that car, there's a lot of memories there and some similarities in our age and how we started. So hopefully I can carry that on.
Great. And Sam, the weather is broken. I think think I may have seen a rainbow on my way over here.
Yeah.
Obviously, a very famous story, but would you mind indulging us? Tell us the story behind the very first rainbow paint.
Well, you know, Ray Evernham came over to my shop looking for a birthday present for Jeff, and he picked out a print, and he was getting ready to leave, and he wanted to pay me for it, and I said, no, I don't want your money. I want you to give me a shot to design the race car for Jeff Ford. And I didn't really think he would do it, but he called me back in a couple weeks and said, hey, you got a shot. And so I worked on 3 designs. I had 2 of them done the day it was due, and on my way driving to work, I kept thinking in my mind that DuPont had said they wanted a rainbow of colors. They wanted the car to show that they could produce a rainbow of colors. And I went back to the shop and started working on something, and I knew when I got it done, if they would paint it that way, it would definitely be different. And I thought the guys in the body shop were going to kill me when they saw it because they knew how difficult it was going to be to paint. But to their credit, they did it, and they were so proud of it. And I've been so proud to have a 26-year relationship with Axalta, and they do everything I've ever asked them to do, and it's just an amazing relationship that I can't say enough. To get the chance to work with Jeff for 23 years and now to extend that relationship with William, I mean, I feel very blessed.
A wonderful relationship, and you've had a wonderful relationship with our sports, so thank you. And with that, we'll open it up to questions from the media. Please state your name and affiliation. We have some past mics. And we'll start over here on the left.
James Jackson, the Racing Experts. Jeff, this question's for you. What's it like for you having drivers honor you in Darlington Throwback Weekend?
Yeah, it's cool. I love that. I mean, I love that weekend. That whole, you know, I think what Darlington has done there is just incredible. And so I know as a race fan, I get really excited to see what is going to come out of the garage, and it brings back the history of the sport. So, you know, I've moved on from driving, and I love the fact that I've had a role in the history of the sport. So I think Williams did an amazing job, you know, representing the 24 car, and I think that, you know, to see a young, up-and-coming future star of our sport get behind the wheel of that rainbow paint scheme brings back a lot of memories for me, and I'm really proud of what I accomplished in the car, but I'm proud of what he's going to accomplish in it also.
William, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think obviously Jeff's got a huge history in the sport, and to follow that and be able to, I guess, kind of carry his legacy on, hopefully, and have success with it is my goal, and that's kind of my plan, and it's a lot of fun to have a chance to do that.
Other questions here? I'll start with Kenny, go to Jenna. Oh, she's just waving now. Okay, she can go later. Okay, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny Bruce. Sam, I don't know if I've ever heard you tell this story before, but what were the 2 paint schemes that didn't make it?
Well, you know, one of them looked like the car was running through paint and it splashed back on the car, and the other one was just kind of, it didn't really have the rainbow graphics, but it had the fluorescence on it. But hands down, I knew the minute that I did that 3rd one that was going to be the one. And I think they had 43, ironically, 43 drawings that they looked at, and they chose that one from them. So it was pretty cool.
Right behind, Jenna.
Jacob Seelman, Speed Sport. I guess for Jeff, looking at where William's at in his career and at kind of the similar age to where you were when you first piloted the car, do you see some parallels now with where he's coming